Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Lives. I think it's time we play a little 7 Days to Die. Man, I don't know what the deal was, but I started trapped inside of a block. I had to hack my way out. Go ahead and put this back. Plunk. Alright. Now, I guess my plan for today is we're going to see about building this auto turret now that I don't have any bullets for it, but I would like to see auto turret, what goes into this. So I need submachine gun bits and pieces, a motion sensor, and mechanical parts. A motion sensor. Motion sensor. Okay, parts. That doesn't look too bad. Can I make that? And actually, if it uses, I do not know how to make it. Oh, that's a problem. It's probably under... what? It's probably under... switches and triggers? It is. I need 9 points. I have 1 point available. That is not going to cut it. Alright, well, we go out and look for some charcoal and nitre then. Actually, let me check. If this auto turret uses some machine gun, then that means it's going to use... What did submachine guns use for ammo? Oh, it uses 9mm. This one has a silencer on it. Really? That's weird. That one specifically says it's got a silencer. This silent submachine gun. Interesting. They've changed it. Alright, let's see about putting together a better copy of this then. Which I'm just going to tear down to... I have a ton of 9mm ammo. But I kind of want to check it out. Alright. No, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Let's pull these apart, start combining things. Okay, so I've got a 45 barrel and a 127 barrel. It's not great. I do have some pretty good stocks in here, though. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I got. Okay, we'll give you barrel, we'll give you receiver, and the parts. I don't use guns that often, so yeah, turn that off. I don't know where the best place to go to harvest what I need. I used to be able to just dig down in the dirt, but man, my attempt at a mine led me basically nowhere, if I remember correctly. Maybe I should go check it again, though. Make sure. I was looking for lead, so I may have left some things that were not lead behind. I only remember finding iron, though. And that is not what I need. What's this gun sound like now? Does kind of sound silenced. I wasn't aware they had changed the submachine gun, so... Okay, so I need to look for weird patches. See, like that right there is iron. Okay. And that would be iron. And yeah, see down here I just ran into nothing. Well, it might be down too low. I don't really know how the system works anymore, so did I bring coffee with me? I did. I actually think I want to go up a little bit here. Let's go back up to this level. And I'll just go sideways here. See if we can find something a little more what I'm looking for and a little less stone and iron. Not that I don't have uses for stone and iron, just you know, I think I'd like better things. Oh man, they took off today, so it's just me and the dog. The dog's actually been pretty quiet today, so I've just been here working. Got done with work for today. Jump on here and do a little 7 days of die, I figured. Tonight's my gaming group, so it's nice to get done a little earlier than usual. I think we're going to be playing some Alien Drop or whatever that game's called that we've been playing. Yeah, it's just all rock and iron. It's not cutting it for me. I initially started digging down to try and find lead. And I guess I need to look up where stuff is at now. I have no idea. I want to go over this way and try a different biome and see if maybe oh, maybe out here in the woods sometimes I can find what I'm looking for. Although the I can't really see anything through the shadows from the grass sticking up here. Hey, zombie. Okay, this is definitely something here. Lead, nice. Not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. Um, yeah, they were sort of gone yesterday. You know, they don't leave until after I'm up and working. I wish they would. I wish they'd start doing their stuff early in the morning so that I could sleep. But man, their new playtime is they like to set the wooden blocks up and then knock them over directly over top of my bedroom, over and over and over. So it'd be nice if they would just pack up and head off earlier in the morning. They've gone off to an arcade today. I find it weird that every time I say, hey, we should go do this thing, and then they're like, oh, we never have any money. And then just on a whim run off to the arcade. Seems a little weird to me. They've got you know, I think there could be some nitre out here in the frozen biome too. They've got the digital D&D stuff that I'd like to get switched over to eventually here. Not quite in the financial place to be able to waste my money on something I don't really need like that, because it's going to cost a couple $100. And not that I don't waste my money anyways, but to do it all at once in a couple $100 swing there, you know, it's usually something I don't do. Usually it's a bunch of tiny little things that add up to $200, you know, or $400 or whatever. Oh, more lead. Okay, well, I've discovered where lead is at. Now, if I could just find the other two ingredients. I'm pretty sure I can get the coal easy enough. It's the nitre that I'm really looking for. I used to see it on the ground all over the place, which is why I haven't been paying attention. And so now that I need it, I don't know where I last saw it. No. It's okay. I don't want to be punched by a zombie, thanks. But, yeah, anyways, I was telling him about the digital thing, and then I'm like, you know, discussing how should we start playing again, that it might be nice if we eventually switched over that. No, like, we gotta switch over that now, or, you know, come on guys, give me all your money and we're gonna... No, it was just like a future plan, like sometime later this year maybe, or... and they're like, well, we don't have the money to do that right now. I'm like, well, I wasn't saying right now. I don't have the money to do it right now, because I want to get a new tablet and stuff to run it on. And like, well, you know, we can't really afford something like that right now. Did I not just say not right now? This is like a future plan thing. Like, hey, sometime in the future, maybe we'll think about switching to this. Keep that in mind when you're planning out things. Well, right now we're trying to save up for... You know what? Never mind. I'm sorry I had this conversation with you at this point. Oh, we're gonna go to the arcade. Oh, did all my packages with useless jewelry arrive that, for some reason I had to have? I got it on sale. Okay, you're apparently not actually saving up for anything. you're just saying that because I suggested something? I don't know. I was trying to think. He said something. Really irritated me. Oh man, I was just thinking about it today too. I mentioned something and then he was really sarcastic about it. And oh, I remember what it was. I've already talked about this though. My vacuum cleaner. I was cleaning the bathroom today, and I was thinking, man, I wish I could get my vacuum cleaner out and vacuum some of this stuff. But you know, it's in a pile upstairs. I think this is coal. And even though it's my vacuum cleaner and they borrowed it, when I ask for it back, the reply is always, "You know where it's at." I'm like, yeah, but I didn't borrow it, and I didn't let my kids run off with all the parts that I need. So I need you to find the parts that your kids have run off with, and bring them back to me. Well, you know where it's at. You know where it's at. Yeah, but I know where it was at when I had it all put together and parked in the closet down here. And then you said you had to borrow it. And so I said, sure. And then you've never brought it back, and you lost all the pieces to it. This is why I hate letting people get anywhere near my stuff. Because they're totally irresponsible with my stuff. It has not... I don't know. I get something, you know, and you're like, oh, you should definitely check out this thing that I got. I'm finished with it. If you want to borrow it, you could borrow it, and then we could talk about it because of how cool it was. And then they borrow it, and then you never see it again, and they never actually go through to watch it or read it or whatever. And then when you ask for it back, they're like, well, I don't know what happened to it. You'll just have to get a new one. If I treated you people the way you treat me, they would cry. Literally. Anyways. So I, speaking of D&D, I, have gotten to the point where I'm tired of waiting for other people to want to play D&D. And so I took one of the modules, the pre-built campaigns, one that they say is really linear, and in fact it's pretty nice. I've looked at just a tiny little portion of it, and it's broken down into sessions, and so when you play through it, it pretty much walks you through session by session what you're doing. And oh, what is going on? Oh, I'm out of gas. Ooh, this could be a problem. This is a bit of a problem. No, you can't get back on it. It's out of gas. And that's it. I'm out of gas. Not only am I out of gas, I don't think 30 is enough to get me back home. And so, being that it doesn't require you to know a whole lot about what's going on, and you can just tackle it piece by piece in the order they come in, I'm out of gas again already. What is this? Oh, this is Trader Whatever's. Sure would have been nice if you'd been a gas station. Okay. Alright, so a quick waypoint of where my bike is at. And now I guess I better go find some fuel. But so I went ahead and just made some characters last night and started playing it by myself. Uh, I my family's never home on Sundays to play since November, and my Wednesday night group is flaky on whether or not we play. And my Monday night group only meets every other week. And I looked into joining up with some online groups, and they play way more often than I can play, and not at times that I am comfortable playing. And so I just went ahead and started my own game last night. I had fun. I don't I don't really need other people to have fun, but I do want to play D&D. Oh, I don't think I need any more life. Get off me. And so I did. I made it through session 1 of Horde of the Dragon Queen last night. I don't know when I'll get to play again. Maybe next Sunday. Sunday was one of my D&D days, and so there's probably other things I could have been doing, but it was something I've been wanting to try out some of the other classes that I haven't played before. I was trying to set up with one of the other guys to play a game with him, but he I don't know. He has not gotten back to me in like 2 weeks after repeatedly saying he wanted to do it. And then I was like, dude, we don't have to do this if you don't want to do it. And he's like, oh, no, I want to do it. I'm been trying to pick out my characters and everything. I'm like, all right. And then I was like, hey, you got those characters yet? Because I'd like to know what you're making so I know what to make for me. And he's like, oh, yeah. I'll be picking out my characters tomorrow. And then that is the last I heard. And I'm like, you know what? I've put enough effort into this already. The onus is on him now. I don't, I just don't want to put any more effort into asking people to do things. You don't want to do it, that's fine. You do want to do it, but you can't find the time to do it, that's also fine. We just won't do it. It's not a big deal. So I will just play a game by myself. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. I haven't read. I don't like to sit down and read the modules. So like when we play on Wednesday night and I have the module book open, it's usually just to take a look at the map. Because of the way the map is revealed to us is terrible, and it makes it hard to know what's going on. And as I've mentioned before, our DM likes to black out the entire map because we do it digitally. And so once he's really... Am I gonna die? I'm gonna die. Those guys weren't there, and then I switched to my pickaxe, and poof. I'm not sure if that's a glitch in this version of the game, but I do not enjoy the invisible zombies who suddenly appear out of nowhere. I mean, maybe they were there and I just missed them, but it happens a lot. I enter a room there are no zombies, and then all of a sudden I'm being hit by a zombie, even though there were no zombies in the room when I came in. Well, I guess I need gas. Uh, Obviously, I can't go get my bike at this point. But we'll probably just finish my story. It won't take me long here, and then I will go back out and get my stuff when it's daytime. Yeah. So yeah, the DM he blacks out all the map because it's digital. But then when he reveals it, he because he can see the map, he knows where the walls are at. But when he reveals it to us, he reveals the inside of the rooms, but not the fact that there are walls and doors and things like that. And so all we can see is the inside of the room, but we can't see the actual walls. And so it's hard to know where things are at. And he also doesn't reveal things at the extent of our range, which drives me crazy. So like every square on the map is 5 feet, and your character can see 60 feet with dark vision. And so both my characters, in fact, all the characters have dark vision of 60 feet. And but then when he reveals the map, he's like, "Oh, well, I guess you can see this far." And then he reveals like 20 feet of hallway, even though the hallway continues on. And so we can't actually see. Uh, we can't actually see what is going on. I think you gotta have dirt to be able to plant mushrooms. Like to make the seeds, you have to have. I don't have any dirt. It was on me because I was making seeds, mushroom spores. Yep. And so it's really annoying. And so I usually have the. Oh, I've got mushroom spores already. Anyways, so I usually have the map open when we're playing, just so when we enter a room or something, I can see where the doors are at. And dang it, I really hate that it does this. Stop putting those in the air. There's nothing there for them to connect to. Come on. There you go. There you go. And, so I don't read through the modules anyways, and so I just have a vague idea of what this module's about, and so I know it's a 2-part story, and it's called Horde of the Dragon Queen, and then The Rise of Tiamat, I think, is the second section. And so I'm like, I'll check out this Horde of the Dragon Queen. I've been wanting to try out a paladin, so I made a paladin. I made a different kind of cleric than I currently play with. I made a wizard, which I've never played before. I made and then a regular assassin thief that I normally have played as a thief. I didn't run him warrior like the one that I played now. Instead, I've gone bow with him. So, but so I made my own little party, and because the digital D&D stuff, it's really easy to make a character, and I've purchased some of the stuff on there already. So it was easy to whip up 4 characters real quick, and I use a digital dice roller, and so yeah, so I started playing that. It was pretty cool. The part I did so far, you head into this city that's under siege by a dragon and its kobold minions, and so I had to fight my way through the streets of kobolds, and it was just dice rolls every so often to see if you saw them or not, and then I had to rescue some people, and so did that, and then the last thing for session 1 was the champion of the bad guys shows up and demands one-on-one combat with the strongest fighter, and so you can let the had hostages, and so you can let the husband of the woman and children who are being held as hostages go out and fight, or you can send one of your characters. And so, well, I'm playing this paladin, so obviously he's going to volunteer for one-on-one combat, and so yeah, I went out and I beat him. I was shocked. The dice roller was definitely in my favor a little bit there, and I almost died twice fighting the starting kobolds, but yeah, I took the. I wish there was a bed, like you could just sleep on a bed and make it daytime. But yeah, no, I took out the. I took out the. I took him out with my paladin. Paladin's got a cool ability. I did a vengeance paladin, and so he can declare one enemy as his enemy, and he gets advantage on attacks against that enemy. And so I used that. I only have one spell slot left. I had the cleric use up his spell slots to heal him before he went out, and so he got out there and. I used my Divine Smite, which lets me roll extra damage, and then I got a crit. And I think the dude missed me like 6 times because he hits for like 11 damage, and I only had like 28 hit points at that point. I've gone up 3 levels already, so yeah. But it was I was really happy to have won that fight, and so yeah, I'll have to see when I get another chance to play that some more. I think we should be back Wednesday. Last Wednesday got canceled for inability to live in a apartment with other people reasons. The other guy who plays with us was visiting his family, and because they're light sleepers, he could not find any place in the apartment where he could quietly speak on his headset to play with us at 9:30 p.m. at night. So I don't know what he did at that point. I guess he sat in a corner and just twiddled his thumbs, since you're not allowed to make noise, apparently. But yeah, it's very weird to me that I'm playing with adults who cannot find a place that's quiet. The Monday night DM, the Wednesday night DM, and the other guy I play with on Wednesday nights have the worst problems trying to find someplace quiet to play. I, on the hand, just have problems finding a quiet place to sleep because they don't play over top of where my computer's at, but where my computer's at is in a giant open room, and the room that's my bedroom is directly underneath where they decide they have to make the most noise. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to call it here. It took me a little longer to finish off my story than I thought, but it usually does. So, click like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one. We'll talk to you later.